Dundee Street. Would you believe that?
Take your order.
Aye, can I get a large tea, please? Can I get 3 milks, please? Cheers. Here now. Voith, wow, what? Oh my. I can't believe it. This honestly is truly a constant. Voith transmissions. Oh, from there you could see Jeremy Clarkson's house. In my 1400-mile England Excursion series, I set off from my home Scottish city of Dundee to England's Barrow and Furness, then to the famous YouTuber Mark of Perton Electronics in Wolverhampton. Then I visit London's Kensington, Tottenham, Westminster, Croydon and Brixton, including the famous Electric Avenue areas of London. After London, I then travel to Jeremy Clarkson's Diddley Squat Farm and the local areas. After that, I return back to Barrow and Furness to visit more of Barrow. I hope you enjoy my series and thank you for selecting it. In this episode, I visit Barrow and Furness. Hello, I'm at Barrow and Furness now. I arrived here late yesterday night and I set off with yesterday I set off from the Chadlington, Chip and Norton areas where Jeremy Clarkson's Diddley Squat Farm is, in that area. So this is now like the Barrow and Furness is now like the last part of my English excursion holiday. And I'm just going to have a wee look around just briefly because I've got to set off back home to Dundee. It was a 230-mile drive I'd done yesterday. I left the Chip and Norton area around about 7:30. I got here, well, I went to McDonald's first, got to the actual Travelodge after midnight. So I was just literally out here now on the checkout, the latest you could check out. It's just after 12 in the afternoon. So I'm going to have just a quick look around Barrow. I'll put the camera in the camera holder for the windscreen view and I'll show you the streets as I'm driving through them. Also I'll get out somewhere in the central area and get some footage as well of Barrow and Furness on the west coast of England. So, right, let's get on with it. Right, so I'm just going to set off from the Barrow and Furness Travel Lodge. That's where I spent the night. I've been to this one before. I haven't been to Barrow often at all, so I'm just I haven't plugged my sat nav in either, so I'm just kind of just winging it and just going round wherever, you know. It's always the same. As soon as you go, car park was dead. As soon as you make a move, everybody wants to come in. It's odds law. Anyway, apart from that, let's go. So that was quite nice. The travel lodge here was better than the one I was at down in Thurrock, the M25 travel lodge. It was well, I'll rephrase that. I'll tell you what it is. It was the travel lodge at the M25 Thurrock is rated a 1 star. That's what it was rated at the time I went, which is March 2023. This one here in Barrow Furness is rated 2 stars. So in my experience, I think that one, I prefer the condition, the one at Barrow compared to the one in Thurrock. The one in Thurrock was okay, but the one in Barrow was better because that's 2 stars. So that's all I'll say. I don't review them any other way, like online, not in public. I just show it how it is, my experience, how it is. You could read reviews on stuff, you know, other people's reviews. You could say whatever they want about it. You know, likewise, I do the same. I just say what it's actually rated as. When it's rated as a 1, the one that I went to when I was down in London was rated as a 1 star, and the one that just came out of there is rated as a 2 star. And I found that if I was to choose for a condition, I'd choose that one because it's in better condition in my experience, meaning that it's just that. But that's it. The 1 star one and the one in London done the job. It did do the trick, you know. a roof over my head for the night. That was better. The one at Barrow was better condition. So, just heading along whatever road this is called. I haven't got my sat nav on. I think it's the A590. There'll be a local name to the road, but I can't remember what it is. I don't really know it, so I'm just heading along it anyway. So I'm going to the town centre. Well, take the road that follows into the town centre anyway. Show you a wee bit of There's some football ground about here, I think. On the left somewhere. Duke Street is what we're on. I saw a sign there, so it's Duke Street, so Duke Street, yep, confirms it. I'm on Duke Street for the moment. Heading towards the town centre of Barrow and Furness. Cathedral like church thing on the left. Well, I think a library, if I remember right from the last occasion that I was in this area, which the library is at the bottom left, at the circle I think. The public library. It's just down here a bit on the left. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to swoop round to show you because of I can't really touch it when I drive. Yeah, that's on the left now, I think. Not the orange one, but the lane in there. I'm going to go straight on, I think. That's it there, that's the library. Public library. Which is public library, is spelt with a V by the way, which is very unusual. P-V-B-L-I-C. Is that right? Well, it's not got, public's got U, the letter U in it, but that uses the letter V. It's just bizarre. It's an old build. It's actually carved in the stone. I think it's quite odd why they would spell it that way. So I just having a wander around. I've got to watch for the road priorities and markings because it's obviously there's different road layouts to the other. You know, well, it's for one-way roads, you know, less restricted areas and that, or pedestrian roads. I don't know the streets, but so we'll be looking out passing the Sullivan's Hotel, I think, on the Market Street. I'll have a look along here. So I won't make the video too long. I'll just spend a few minutes driving around the sort of central areas of Barrow and Furness. So that's Market Street car park on the left, so that's big town hall courtyard, just Market Street car park is, I think. Barrow Market on the front left. We'll have a look up here on the left then. The Kings passing that. So that's a dead end up there, so I'm not going to get much further back. That's the pedestrian zone, High Street, up there. I'll probably get out and walk around that bit. Show you a bit of the views. So I'm just kind of hoping that camera's not vibrating about, because if the holder's a good setup and oscillation with the bumps and roads, the road surface sets up a vibrating noise. It comes through on if you're playing this back on the surround sound, it comes through as a terrible rumbling, like a train going past, you know, that kind of, it's a rumbling sound. It's blooming annoying, but I think I'm going to have to put some sort of damping mechanism to stop the road surface vibrating through the whole surface, the brackets and that. I'm going to go left here. Control zone, anything, no stop, no parking zone. Parking controlled zone, meaning it'll be timed parking, metered parking, restricted parking. So I'll have to watch. The name of this road is. This is the thing, but not I didn't put the sat nav on, so that's good that the lights have turned red. Pedestrian crossing gives me a chance to look at that Sign, I think it's called, oh jeez, it's up there too, it's a rusted sign, I can't really make it out. Oh, I didn't make it, couldn't really read it very well. Can't really. Linson Road or something. Well, Fenton Street's on the left now. So this road is, yeah, so stop. So 7 minutes. It's like thunder, that noise when you're hearing it through the playback. So I think I've got a feeling I've gone round in a bit of a circle, which is kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to circle around the area. Just to show you the kind of circled around the central sort of town central area to get some of the streets on camera. I'll go down to the towards the docks area. I think it's the docks area, is it the waterfront area? To go to Wainley Island might be a bit time consuming. I'll go through the retail parks as well. I'll show you about that. It's 8 minutes. So I'll go down that way. So I can't even show you that building on the right because of the way the camera's just not. It's pointing too much towards the left, but it's just the way it is because of the way the bracket. If I turn it any more to the right, you're just going to see the bracket where it meets the windscreen. It's a suction bracket. You can see it already at the top right corners of the screen. That's, if I turn it right anymore, I'll just blank out They're doing a bit of demolition by the looks of it on the right there, that old building. So I'm in the circle again, that's the library, it's just on the right there. So I'll go straight down this way. So that's BAE Systems in front, it's like an engineering, it's like a Marines engineering. They certainly did the hybrid driveline for the Barrow 400 double deck bus, the series hybrid. They'd done, it was BAE Systems done the motor, the traction motor for the series hybrids of Barrow 400 Alexander Dennis double deck buses. I remember Dundee, well, I drive the buses in Dundee, and we had a fleet of Barrow 400 hybrids. And they were series hybrids, and the drive motor, the electric drive motor, was done. In fact, the whole hybrid system was done by BAE Systems. So I'm just going to the retail part, am I? Damn, I should have went into the circle going that way. I'm trying to get into the other way. So as I say, I don't know my way around here really. I'll go around this mini roundabout. Be careful going in mini roundabouts that they don't think you. So I wanted to go left and the other way, I think. At least you get to see a wee bit of this area as well. Blooming lights. Okay. So that's Hindypool Retail Park. And to the right you could just see it. And there's another retail park, Holyrood. Is it Hollywood Retail Park? So I'm not sure. Hollywood Park, where the McDonald's sign is. West, Wainley Island, so oh, for goodness sake, lights. Furness Park, Prestige, that'll be the, that's the football grounds. Yeah, that is the Barrow football grounds on the right. I can't show you now, but if you just go back to the video a few seconds and look to the right, you'll see it. So I'll go down that way. business park, the Dock Museum. It's heading towards the Dock Museum. We got a good view of the EE8 systems. I'd like to do a tour in there. I'd love to see all the engineering stuff and all that kind of stuff. I really would be interested. So there's the Dock Museum's on the right there. You might just be able to see part of the boat. Just look at the top. Well, where it's covering the camera, where that bus is, well, you would see that. Just look to the right of that. And there's a wee boat. The museum's in there, the Dock Museum. It's difficult to show you now because the car's blocking it, and there's. I can see it all from here, like, but unfortunately I don't have a 360-degree view camera at the moment to show you what's going on. I would love to be able to record everything, you know, that I'm seeing. Have a camera that's rigged up at the back. This is just the phone stuck in the phone holders doing the recording, but there is systems where you could record all around at the same time simultaneously, and you get a great view of what's. Because I'm trying to show you as much as I can. So instead of walking around with the camera, I could drive around and cover a lot more distance. But I'll still get out for a closer look on foot as well. So that's the Dock Museum on the right. The EE systems on the left. So I don't have time to go in there today, like. Not long up. I got up at 11:15, so I've only really been up just a couple of hours. I was just up, bag of crisps, cup of coffee for breakfast, showered, packed, and out again because I had to be up for 12. As I say, I didn't get to the hotel till I got into Barrow about just after the back of midnight. I went to the McDonald's was home until 2 AM. I went to the drive-through, got my tea, and then went to the travel lodge just a mile away. Checked in, unloaded a few files, unloaded some stuff, and then went to my bed, got some rest, got up, packed, and out again. So I've not had my dinner and kind of still, you know, because I've been doing a lot of touring the room, but I'd rather do that and show as much as I can than spend ages hanging about the hotel. You know, I'd rather be out and about, getting the footage, getting the views, looking around. Okay, it's effort and on the go, but I'd rather be out looking about than hanging around the hotel. Hotels or just hanging about in the general area. If you go on holiday, especially when it's just a very short break, I'll utilise all that time going around and capture as much as I can. Even if it involves work till midnight, you know, just exhausting myself doing it, like, but I guess I'm getting the footage and I'm getting to see it, experience it. So it's BA. Shipyard gate 7 on the right. "15 minutes so far on the video, so as I say, I don't want to string it out too long. So I'm trying to think what's this something else I could go. That's the dead end. It's quite interesting. I think that must have been part of the shipyards area. All these buildings just look sort of like ship workers or something who used to maybe live there. I'm just guessing, I don't know. I don't know the history of the area. I haven't researched it. So I don't know where I'm going now. I think this is just like this will be a residential area. It doesn't look as though it's really going to go much. I like this one, Rothsay Street. So we get to see a wee bit of the bulb areas as well. Dunvegan Street on the right. Just glanced up at it. It's a pity I didn't have. You know what I might do actually, right? I've just had a thought. I could probably put like a GoPro or something on my head while I'm driving and then you can see everything that I'm looking at. Now, I never thought of that. I might do that on the next time. Oh no, it's just dead end. I didn't see the sign saying dead end. blooming narrow anyway, I'll tell you that. God, what? So it's what the heck, it's bouncy. So it's certain areas I've never set foot in before. Never driven and never been here before in this part of my life. So looking at the architecture, the red bricks, the buildings look quite interesting, different shape. Buildings and seen before. That's here. Oh. Dundee Street. Would you believe that? Oh, you won't. I'll have to tell you what. Oh, Dundee Street. That's where I'm from. I'll show you. I'll have to park and just get out and show you. Because how ironic is that? In from Dundee. I just stumbled on that street. You won't believe it. I'll get out and park and I'll show you. I can't believe that. That is just nuts. What's it? What? Honestly, you won't believe this. You won't. Well, it's up to you. You believe me if you want. I know. I'm telling the truth. Like, I haven't been here. You might think that's staged. You may not. You just the chances. Dundee Street. You won't believe it. That is unbelievable. And I swear to God, I did not know that was Dundee Street. I don't have my sat nav to show me where I'm going. I just looked at street names and I saw Dundee Street. I said, I wonder what that street's called. 260 miles from Dundee, and I've never been in from Dundee. Dundee's 260 miles away, and that street's called Dundee Street. And I just literally stumbled across that street. It's just nuts. You won't believe me. I swear it, I did not plan this. That is just incredible. I'll get out and I'll show you. Right, in fact, what I'll do is I'll maybe restricted parking 2 hours, right? Right, I'll go and show you and I'll maybe have a wee walk round as well, but I'll show you that, okay? Oops. Right. Dundee Street. I'll try and get a selfie, but I don't want to get anybody's window or I'll try and block that out. My head there. So I was doing a selfie. I'll see how they come out in fact later. Chances, that's ridiculous. So as I say, that's the road that I just driven down, and you can see it. Dundee Street in Barrow and Furness. Oh, it's just totally incredible that. That's from the city of Dundee in Scotland. Barrow and Furness, as it says, about 260 miles away. Dundee's not that big a city, so it's not that big. Barrow and Furness is not that big either. It's big enough, you know, but Dundee's bigger. So the chances of that. There is streets called Dundee Street in other cities, but to actually stumble across it here of all places and of all days, because I'm going back home to Dundee today in just a couple of hours or something, you know, that's just nuts. But anyway, this is looking around some of the red brick buildings. I'll show you. I'm not quite sure what's going on with them. Obviously we're going to be renovating them or demolishing them. Trinity Street. That's what this street's called. So I don't want to go and spend too long on foot here. I want to oh, the door's open. No, it's been open already. You know what I'm like for adventures, don't you? Wow. Oh, if only my other adventures were here, we would have been adventuring in old buildings. You know what, if you look back on my old channel, if you look back earlier on my channel, I've done videos with adventures in old derelict or disused buildings. Buildings that have already been opened, not by us, I never break and enter into them. If they're already open, then I go in and have a look around just for videos and photos. But I never ever break and enter. God, there's lots of old buildings here. That look a lot, probably in a dangerous condition, like, but that'd be something worth doing an adventure in if I knew about it and pre-planned it. Like, I'd never ever do these things on my own. So I just had a wee look around the building, one of the dwellings. So quite interested in the architecture, the way the building's looking at. So I haven't really researched this area, so I don't know much about the building's history. I'm guessing it's something to do with the shipyards or something. Ship workers. So like I said, I'm not going in there because I wouldn't go in a building that size on my own in case anything happens. So and that building that's opened is just there. So what I'll do now is I'm going to get back into the car. I'll do a wee bit more. I'll drive into the centre of Barrow again. I'll get parked, and then I'll have a wee look around the streets, the high streets in Barrow. So I've got myself parked just in on-street parking in the central area of Barrow and Furness. So I'm going to have a look around some of the high street areas. That's the town hall, Barrow and Furness town hall there, and I'll have a walk up that way. I'll have a look through past the shopping centres and that as well. So I just parked on the right there, and I'll just walk it up towards the pedestrian zone area. Hotel Imperial. main central area. They've got the forum centre just up there, up at the shops. Yeah, I might have a look in there. Just sitting next to the Grand Town Hall. Barrow Town Hall, sorry. I've had a wee walk around some of the high streets and I'm going to go in there for just for a wee refreshment, a cup of tea or something. that's the library down there, just at the right of that steeple. The steeple's behind the library. You get the statue, you can see that the library building is about. You can see the EE8 system just up ahead. And then just parked up there on the left. There's my car there. On street parking, which is just a stone throw away from the Market Street car park. So I'm practically at this is the 2-minute walk to the retail parks. Sports Direct. And that's the Market Street car park on the right, just under the tower, the town hall. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drive to that Hollywood Retail Park, I think it's called, and we're going to get a McDonald's or something out of there for my dinner. I'll actually record the drive on 15%, I'll let put it on charge. Well, I just parked right there. Spare car there. Not really much to. There's not much to go out. I'm just going down there, turning left, so I've kind of like walked out on foot. So I'll go and, once I get to the retail park, I'll start recording the footage on the windscreen holder. I'll drive around the retail park, and then I'll see what happens after that. I must have walked a good mile or two anyway on foot, just getting footage and that. Right, let's go to that retail park. Right, so I've got myself to the retail park. It was only just literally a 2-minute drive, and the areas that I drove to get here, I practically showed all that on foot anyway, and earlier on when I done the drive around. So I'll have a wee look around the retail park on foot. I said I was going to drive around the retail parks, but I'm just going to walk around it. It's just far too busy. It'd just be too much. It's too congested, so it's easier just to get out and walk around. So I'll show you a bit. It's the Hollywood Retail Park. It's quite ironic, really. Hollywood Retail Park, and here I am making a video. I done a video here earlier. I was talking about the Mandela effect, sitting here at Hollywood Retail Park, and I was videoing I was talking about what I understand about the Mandela effect phenomenon, but that's for a different video, not this one. But it's just, I thought it was a bit ironic, the name of the area, and here I am filming, making a video. Hollywood make films and stuff, and that's what I'm doing right now. I done videos, well I said I done a video here on my first day of the my English excursion. I came here and did a video to say I was talking about the Mandela effect. So here at Hollywood Retail Park, making videos. Right, let's get out and have a wee look around. Well, if you're asking yourself what is the Mandela effect, just research it, do your own research into it, type it in online, just look online what it says about it, what you're seeing, what you're reading about online regarding it, and make your own mind up and think to yourself, or think back if you've experienced anything that resembles it. I didn't dub it the Mandela effect, but if you go online and type it in, because I'm not explaining it on this video. If you look back at my other videos, I can't explain it, by the way. I have no idea what causes it or anything like that, but I'm not going to talk about that on this particular video. But just look up online and you'll get an idea. If you don't already have an idea already, there's other ways you could look at. I'm sure there may be other ways that you could get information on it, but online is one way you could get information, or the information that's being said about it. You could get that online. So it's up to you if you're interested in it. McDonald's, M-A-C Donald's, McDonald's. I went in there for a large tea and 3 milks when I arrived here on the first day of my English excursion. I remember it being M-A-C Donald's, McDonald's, just McDonald's, as in like the Big Mac, McDonald's. Possible Mandela effect? I don't know. I remember it being M-A-C Donald's. So I might get a large tea and 3 milks again. It was quite refreshing. So I'm just having a wee wander about the retail park. I had a chicken sandwich out of the McDonald's there for a snack, late lunch I suppose, for a long drive back to Dundee. So it's quite busy on this Saturday afternoon at Barrow and Furness Hollywood Retail Park. Well, busy as it's like, you know, I don't know if this is normally as busy or what, like, but it's certainly busy anyway. So I don't know if it's extraordinarily busy or any more busy than it normally is. There's not wrong from here, but it's certainly, from what I can see, is a lot of visitors, well, shoppers or whatnot. Being a Saturday, I suppose. So I'm just going to get a bit of footage in that down here, and then I'll pretty much round off the video because I've filmed quite enough at the moment and I've got to watch the time, get back to Scotland, back home. So I'm just wandering down from McDonald's, just looking at the football ground in the background. I suppose that'll be the stadium, I reckon. Never been to it, but I suspect it will be. And just across there's Tesco. I'm going to have to go there to get petrol, top up the car with petrol before I make the long journey back. So I arrived here yesterday night, actually about the back of midnight. Well, actually technically it was this morning, was it? But being a Friday, it was, McDonald's was open till 2 AM. I think normally during the week, going by the website, it shuts at 12. So it certainly gets a lot of business there anyway. It's quite a busy little place. Quite a lot of stuff jam-packed in this wee space. So, cinema and everything earlier on, a View Cinema. Oh yeah, it's pretty much going to have to get going. We're going to have to get better now as well before I set up. It's 4:15, so the time I get back to Dundee it's going to be like well in the evening, probably about 10 o'clock or something, I don't know. So I'll round the video off when I get back to the car, but it's a bit quiet. Right, so that'll do it then. I'll just round off the video for the Barrow and Furness visit. So hope you enjoyed that. That's the last of the end of the my English excursion, because it was only for 6 nights and yesterday was the last night, and today I go back home to Dundee. So I've covered quite a lot though. Just to recap, it started with Barrow on the Sunday night. Then I went down to, on the Monday, I went down to Perton Electronics. Met Mark, that's his YouTube channel, Perton Electronics, which stores old record players and stuff, radios and etc, vintage stuff. So I met him and done a video of his workshop. Then I went on the continuation on the Monday. I continued to drive right down to the Thurrock services, the Travelodge there on the east edge boundary of London, on the M25 London Orbiter. Then on Tuesday, I spent all day Tuesday going to Kensington and Tottenham areas of London. On the Wednesday I went to Croydon and Brixton areas of, no sorry, tell a lie. On the Wednesday I went to Westminster areas, the central areas next to Big Ben, Houses of Parliament, all that, the central area, London Bridge, Tower Bridge. I done that on the Wednesday. On the Thursday I went to Croydon and Brixton areas, and then on the Friday I set off from London, or the London Orbiter M25 Thurrock services, Travelodge services hotel. I set off from there up to, en route to here, Barrow and Furness. But en route to here I stopped off at Diddley Squat Farm, Jeremy Clarkson's farm. It's on the Amazon Prime in the series, Clarkson's Farm series. So I went to Diddley Squat Farm en route to here yesterday, which was the Friday, and I arrived here in the early hours, well, early, back at midnight. Came here from I went to the drive-through McDonald's, had my late tea, and just a mile away I went to the Barrow Travelodge. And Saturday afternoon, because I left there at midday, because I got there late, so I slept right until about 11:15. Checked out at 12 o'clock, and that's the check-out time anyway. Then I came just a mile into here, which is the centre of Barrow and Furness. Done a wee drive round, as you saw earlier in this video if you've watched it. I took footage with the car, putting the bracket on the windscreen and showing you the driving around footage of the outside of the streets round about Barrow. Then I got out the car, had a walk down and took footage as well for you. Then I came here just on Barrow retail part, Hollywood retail part, a stone throw away from the centre. So it's now Saturday afternoon. It's time for me now to get back home to Scotland. Dundee, city of Dundee in Scotland. It's where I'm from. It's where I live, and it's about a 260-mile drive, thereabouts. So I'll probably get there about 10 o'clock at night. I'm up again early tomorrow for a hiking, because I'm doing hiking for the, with the Caledonian Hill Walking Club. So I'll be videoing that also, or at least parts of the scenery. I've done so already on my channel if you're interested. I've done hikes. I do hike. I've been a hike club for about 14 years, isn't it? 14 years this May. So 2009 I joined. It was just a year after I started on the bus. I started on the buses first, then I started driving the buses in 2008. Then a year later I went to the Caledonian. I joined the Caledonian Hill Walking Club, a Dundee-based club that does hill walking. And tomorrow there's a meeting on, so I'll be going there. I'll be up. It's an 8 o'clock pickup Sunday morning, so I'll be going hiking around areas of Scotland, because we come back that same day, like. So I'll be getting videos of that as well if I can for the channel to show you, to share with you if you're interested. So that's enough of my work for the winter holidays. This is in March. So the first part of it, as I said, I've done the English Excursion, as I call it, with what I just mentioned, what I've done. And this is like the last. I'm back at Barrow again. When I came here on Sunday, I didn't really do much. I'd done a wee sort of Barrow and Furness drive around, and I talked about the Mandela effect, sitting here where I am, ironically in Hollywood Retail Park, Hollywood, making videos, making a video like what I'm doing now at Hollywood. So that's really it. That's the last stop for the excursion. So it's just a drive back home. So I've done all the filming I want to do. It's just nothing else to do on this particular excursion. I've run out of time and money and resources. It costs money, you know, to travel all these places and accommodation and that. I spent a fortune on petrol. I must have clocked about 1,200 miles so far. By the time I get back to Dundee, it's going to be near enough 1,400 miles, maybe 1,400 I've done in this, just driving around in here. And I just kept everything, you know, keep the oil, fluids and that checked, petrol, check tyres, pressures, etc. So it's been quite enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the. I don't know how I'm going to call it yet, because I haven't compiled it. I might make it, call it a series, a season or something. I don't know. I might title it the English Excursion. I tend to refer to that a lot on this, so probably call it English Excursion. It's just what I decided to call it. I'll think of something. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll have to go. Right, thanks for watching, and if you've watched all my excursion videos, then I hope you've enjoyed them all. Stay tuned to see what else I put up on my channel. Okay, bye for now.